Hey everybody, how you doing? Shane here from the Brookings Home Team, powered by Century 21. And no, this is not Monday morning mortgage tip. This is kind of a Friday, let's wing it type title insurance talk here. So I've got Traci here from the Brookings County Title Company that will, we thought we'd talk a little bit about title insurance. I've gotten questions about that lately. How does that work? Why do I need it? Do I really need it? Stuff like that. So I thought let's invite the pro in here and kind of explain how title insurance works. So Traci, thanks for joining me on Friday afternoon when everybody else is getting ready to go home. So appreciate it. So
absolutely, thanks Shane.
Yeah.
We'll talk title. Probably not your most riveting topic, but very important topic. So home ownership, the American dream of home ownership, quickly can become a nightmare when you don't have title insurance or you choose not to get title insurance. So there are two different types of title insurance. There's the protection for the homeowner policy, and the lender's policy. So the homeowner's policy protects you, the homeowner, and all your rights to the property. So, and for that same reason, financial institutions or banks will get a lender's policy to protect their rights for the property. So, the great thing about an owner's policy is that it protects your rights for the length of time you own the property. It's a small one-time fee that you'll pay at closing, and it covers you financially and legally against any pre-existing claims or debts that could ever arise as long as you own that piece of property. So
okay. So what's the difference between the lender side and then an owner's policy? Is there really any difference with that?
Well, the main difference is who gets the coverage or who would get that financial and legal compensation or protection. So if at closing you only purchase a lender's policy, then the only person protected is that lender, that financial institution. So if a claim would come up of adverse ownership or property line disputes, if you as an owner didn't purchase your own policy, you don't get our legal counsel backing on your behalf and paying those financial bills or surveying costs. Only the bank would get that coverage. So that's why it's important that the bank will cover themselves with their lender policy, and you as the new homeowner would protect yourself and get that legal financial coverage with the owner's policy.
Okay, so if the lender, if you still have a loan on it, a mortgage, and the lender has coverage, if something would arise, it would just cover the lender. And does it make, so is it important for them to have their insurance too and have both of them in place as an owner? Right,
yeah, because exactly that. If you still, in 10 years, you still have the property and you still have a mortgage in place, your bank gets protection, and because you purchased that owner's policy, you still have that protection. Okay. So without the two together, both parties aren't protected. They're separate coverages and separate, essentially two separate transactions, but they all can happen simultaneously.
And the fee on something like that is based on the purchase price, or how does that figure in?
Yes, the fee is based on the purchase price of the home. And for an owner's policy, that amount stays the same for as long as you have the home. So if you bought it for $220,000, your coverage stays at $220,000 for 50 years. Like, it doesn't, you know, it's not like any other insurance policy where it may decrease over the life of the policy. It stays at that exact amount.
It does. Okay. All right. Let's see here. I'm trying to think what other questions I might have had here that I get asked. Is there different levels of coverage? I don't know what I'm trying to say. Is the coverage for a lender different than an owner coverage, or is there different types of levels that you can buy?
Sure. Yeah, there's 2 types of coverage tiers, I guess you could call them. There is a standard coverage and an extended coverage, and you can get that as a lender or you can get that as an owner. And depending on which one you choose to purchase will get your level of coverage. So to do an extended obviously covers against more types of transactions than the standard coverage. So it's what you're feeling best in that situation. The extended covers more of the encroachments, boundary line disputes. Those are the typical extended coverages.
So if there was a dispute over something, then that coverage is used for legal counsel and stuff?
Right. That one-time fee that you pay would cover all of the costs of any of that dispute. So if there was a neighboring fence issue that it was adamant, it somehow went to attorneys, and all of that could be covered by your policy if you had the extended coverage.
Okay. And it would help rectify if there was an issue. I mean, if you had to take the fence down or build a new fence or something, would it cover that part of it too?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
The materials and stuff like that.
Right. The moving of the shed, the reconstruction, or the cost we've had like chain link fences just physically moved, and it covers that labor cost as well.
Okay. Well, in Brookings here, have you seen an area that has issues? Have you more than any other area, like the Hillcrest area or something like that?
No, a lot of the more established neighborhoods or older Brookings neighborhoods are pretty clean. We see the most issues on newer developments, and those are mainly just when a homeowner puts in a shed or a fence without referring to their title insurance drawing or having a professional come out and make sure they're within those boundary lines.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but I think in the newer construction, it's because of the big machines, they're pushing dirt, moving things around, and it moves those pins around. Is that kind of where those issues come into play?
Yeah, and a lot of the new lots are not the old traditional square.
Yeah.
In the older neighborhoods, it's all pretty square or rectangle, and now we're having bigger lots with better angles that are wonderful for landscaping and curb appeal, but make it a little bit more difficult when you go to put in some of those other structures.
Perfect. Well, that's about all I have for now. As usual, guys, if you have any questions for myself or for Traci, please message them in the comments here or wherever you see this on your device. Anything else that you care to share with that you feel is important?
I don't think so. We work through the closing process and the title process, so we're a full service entity. So if there's anything in that realm that you're working with, have questions with, please feel free, like Shane has said, contact me however you're seeing this, or we've got web or Instagram or
And how can they reach you as far as phone number? What's the best way?
Sure. Phone number here at the office is 605-696-0100.
And the address?
1024 6th Street, Suite B here in Brookings.
And if you're familiar with the area, it's Paul Cruz State Farm Building. They're on the kind of the backside piece of the building, but their sign is out front. And again, I'll have all of our information in the comments here, so the phone number, address, and website as well. So thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. Hopefully this helps you out, answers a few of your questions on title insurance and why you need it. Feel free to reach out and talk to us anytime. Feel free to share this video with anybody else you think would benefit from it as well. We appreciate it. And thanks for watching. Thanks, Traci.
Yeah, thanks. Happy Friday, everybody.
Have a great Friday, and we'll talk to you later. See ya.